Israel is a country located in Western Asia, bordering Lebanon to the north, Syria to the northeast, Jordan to the east, the Palestine territories of the West Bank and Gaza Strip to the east and west, as well as Egypt to the southwest. Moreover, it shares a big coastline with the Mediterranean Sea. With a total area of 20,770 square kilometers, Israel is the world's 149th largest country, following El Salvador and followed by Slovenia. Despite Israel's small size, there are more than 9.2 million people living in Israel, making it the world's 17th most densely populated country. Israel's largest cities are Tel Aviv with 451,000 residents, followed by West Jerusalem with around 350,000, Haifa with 283,000, and Rishon LeZion with more than 250,000 residents. Hebrew is the country's official language, and almost the entire population speaks it either as native speakers or proficiently as a second language. Its standard form, known as Modern Hebrew, is the main medium of life in Israel. Arabic is used mainly by Israel's Arab minority, which comprises about 1/9 of Israel's population. Since Israel also is a highly globalized country, many traffic signs are printed in Hebrew, Arabic, and English. Russian is spoken by about 20% of the Israeli population, mainly by the large immigrant population from the former Soviet Union. The Russian community in Israel is huge, but we'll cover that later. According to a 2011 government social survey of Israelis over 20 years of age, 49% report Hebrew as their native language, Arabic 18%, Russian 15%, Yiddish 2%, French 2%, and English 2%. As you see, the Israeli population is linguistically and culturally diverse, but we'll dig into this later on in this video. Religion in Israel is a central feature of the country and plays a major role in shaping Israeli culture and lifestyle. Therefore, more than 75% of the Israeli population is Jewish, 16.9% is Muslim, and 2% Christian. In Israel, people pay with new shekel. €1 is equivalent to 3.88 new shekels, $1 to 3.45 new shekels. The economy of Israel is a highly advanced free market, primarily knowledge-based economy. It has a sophisticated welfare state, a modern infrastructure, as well as a highly developed information technology sector. Israel has the second largest number of startup companies in the world after the United States, and the third largest number of Nasdaq-listed companies after the US and China. Intel, Microsoft, and Apple built their first overseas research and development facilities in Israel, and other high-tech multinational corporations such as IBM, Google, HP, Cisco Systems, Facebook, and Motorola have opened R&D centers in this country. It's truly impressive how such a small country, in both territory and population, seems to be so successful in this industry. The high technology industry, including aviation, communications, telecommunications equipment, computer hardware and software, aerospace and defense contracting, medical devices, fiber optics, and scientific instruments, are Israel's biggest industry sectors. The Israeli diamond industry is one of the world's centers for diamond cutting and polishing, amounting to 23.2% of all exports. Israel ranks 22nd on the UN Human Development Index and has a very high quality of life. Let's continue with geopolitics. Israel is one of the big guys in the Middle East. Even though the country not only is small in population, but also is a relatively young one, it is a strong regional player in this area. Also, Israel is expected to be the only country in the Middle East that possesses atomic bombs. While still actively participating in conflicts, peace unfortunately didn't find place in the Middle East. This definitely is one drawback when it comes to moving to Israel, but we'll talk about that later. Later in this video there will be an interview with Taylor, who moved to Israel from California. She will talk about her journey as well as provide useful tips to people who may consider to move to Israel. If you have any idea which country I should cover next, please let me know down in the comments. This video is part of a video series that covers informative facts and the migration procedure of Switzerland, Germany, the USA, Russia, the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, France, Spain, Portugal, Italy, Indonesia, India, Israel, Thailand, South Africa, Turkey, Japan, Singapore, the Netherlands, Austria, Sweden, Finland, Norway, Denmark, Belgium, China, Brazil, and Ireland. I've created a dedicated video for every country mentioned. The playlist is linked in the video description as well as in the comments. Maybe I've already added some more countries, including your home country, so please make sure to check out the playlist. But let's return to Israel. What are the main advantages of moving to Israel, and what needs to be considered? As of the 2015 UN report, Israel ranks 30th among the countries with the largest foreign-born population, ahead of Lebanon and following Japan. A little more than 2 million people living in Israel were not born here but moved to this country during their lifetime. The biggest foreign populations are the Russians, with almost 900,000. Just think of it. Out of the 2 million foreign-born people, Russians accounted to almost 900,000, so 45%. In fact, every fifth person you meet in Israel is able to speak Russian. No wonder then that there is a huge Russian community in Israel, and also many shops, restaurants and small businesses have signs written in Russian. Next comes Morocco with 484,000 people that moved to Israel, followed by Iraq with 225,000 and Poland with 185,000 people. In terms of percentage of foreign-born population to total population, Israel ranks 39th with 26.5%, meaning that 26.5% of the total Israeli population was born abroad. But what are the advantages of moving to Israel? As mentioned before, the main advantage is Israel's strong economy. If you are working in the tech industry, you'll probably find a job with ease. Furthermore, setting up a startup in Israel is very straightforward, since there are tons of venture capitalists, mainly situated in Tel Aviv. But also the diversity of people, languages, cultures, cuisines, traditions and lifestyles is a remarkable upside. There are so many people from so many different countries. You won't face a problem in meeting new friends and socializing yourself. Additionally, the climate is very warm and sunny. Israel has a pleasant Mediterranean climate characterized by long, hot, dry summers and short, cool, rainy winters. January is the coldest month, with temperatures from 5 degrees Celsius to 10 degrees Celsius or 41 degrees Fahrenheit to 50 degrees Fahrenheit, and August is the hottest month at 18 degrees Celsius to 38 degrees Celsius or 64 degrees Fahrenheit to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Israel has a coastline of over 150 kilometers, opening up all doors for activities that are related to it. Surfing is a very popular thing to do here. On average, the Israeli earn 34,600 euros or almost 39,000 US dollars annually. This makes Israel rank 26th worldwide, following New Zealand and followed by the United Arab Emirates. The median income in Israel is at 18,600 euros or 21,000 US dollars, which makes Israel rank 24th worldwide. With a median wealth of 51,500 euros or about 58,000 US dollars, Israel ranks 24th worldwide in terms of median wealth per person. Living in Israel is relatively expensive. If you live off 2,000 euros per month in Berlin, Germany, you will need 2,700 euros per month to enjoy the same standard of living in Tel Aviv. This means that the cost of living in Tel Aviv is 35% higher than the cost of living in Berlin. Living in Tel Aviv costs roughly the same as living in Miami, Florida. As of the International Peace Education Comparison of 2015, Israel ranks 39th of 71 participating countries. It looks like, in spite of many well-educated people, Israel isn't in the top 50% in terms of public school education. If you are planning to move to Israel together with your family, it won't hurt to schedule some extra lessons for your children. But besides all these advantages, there also are some drawbacks when it comes to moving to Israel. First is security. Although it is pretty safe in Tel Aviv, Israel is in strong conflict with its neighboring countries. With tensions rising in the Middle East, this is a point you'll have to consider. Also, in some areas, people experience that they are treated differently just due to their political orientation, religion, or even citizenship. Let's continue with interviewing Taylor. Taylor, when did you move to Israel and which city did you move to?
Hey everyone, I am Taylor Parnell. I moved to Israel about 3.5 years ago to a small village located in central Israel, about 45 minutes south from Tel Aviv.
Why Israel?
We decided to move to Israel because my partner grew up here and it was my dream to travel and experience living in a different country.
What do you enjoy most about your life in Israel?
I love the place we live. It's like a dream for me. I grew up in the suburbs, Carlsbad, California, so the chance to move to a new country and live on a farm was very exciting. And that truly has been an amazing experience. That's why I opened my YouTube channel called Life in Israel.
What do you miss most about the US?
I miss a lot of things from the US. However, I don't know if it's because it is what I'm used to or what I'm comfortable with, but for sure I know I miss my family, friends, of course the language, Asian food, and Mexican food.
How are the Israeli like?
Israelis are very warm and inviting, so much so you never need to make plans, they'll just show up. I've had so much appreciation for their constant support to one another. However, sometimes they do often come over a little bit more blunt than usual, so they tend to make fun of my American manners for that.
What advice would you give people who want to move to Israel?
If you are going to move to Israel or any country for that matter, I say do it. And don't think twice. I moved here within 2 weeks of my decision, and I'm thankful for every day that this amazing experience I have. However, there will be challenges. You must learn to be okay with stepping out of your comfort zone. I know if you are a US citizen, you are allowed to tour here for about 3 months. So if you want to stay longer, definitely apply for a working visa.
If you could decide again, would you still move to Israel?
If I had a chance to go back and choose to move here, I would. The reason being is I've developed in ways I never could living in San Diego. Coming out to Israel truly showed me my strengths and weaknesses as a human. I feel like I am truly in my place. I found my passion sharing our experience in life on our YouTube channel, and it's a show, which is really amazing, and I'm able to document so many amazing things that are happening with people, animals, places. I also found my passion in coaching, which is helping people to live a healthier, happier life. So if you have any questions or would love to connect, I'm on Instagram and Telegram, Taylor A. Parnell, and YouTube is Taylor Parnell. Thanks for letting me share my story, and for you for showing up and giving us amazing tips from around the world. Absolutely brilliant.
Thanks, Taylor, for taking time to join this interview. Please make sure to check out her channel linked in the description below for more informative videos about her life in Israel. What needs to be done in order to move to Israel? Citizens of almost every country in North or South America, Europe, Japan, the Philippines, South Korea, Australia, and some African countries are permitted to travel to Israel visa-free for a maximum of 3 months. A random informative fact: most visitors coming to Israel are from the USA, followed by Russia, France, Germany, and the UK. The primary principles of Israeli citizenship is citizenship by descent for Jews and citizenship by place of birth for others. If you have resided in Israel for 3 years out of the previous 5 years, have the right to reside in Israel on a permanent basis, renounce your previous citizenship, and swear an oath of citizenship to the state, the Israeli citizenship will be granted to you. Moreover, some knowledge of Hebrew is required, but no language tests are used. You may also apply for the Israeli citizenship if you are married to an Israeli. In the video description you'll find more information about that. I hope that I could provide useful information about the Israeli country and the process of migrating to it. Please let me know which country I should cover next, and don't forget to check out the playlist where you will find more informative videos targeting other countries around the globe. Thanks for watching.